Sue. How you doing? Yeah, that'll stay. Happy New Year to you too. So you can actually see the orders behind me. I packed them all. The reward is I get to open more stuff for the shop. So Crew Unlim, then Monarch Unlim, and then a whole bunch of Tales and Everfest. This might be quite a long stream actually. I'm in a very zen mood, feel like opening stuff. And we are not far off from launching the shop, so I want to grab as many extra legendaries and majestics as I can to put in. So let's go commons to foil to rares. Okay, it's been a while. Foil Cavdane. Fab Nordic, happy New Year, dude. It's 11 PM for me, but yes, good morning. First Majestic, Shockwave, actually a good one, I think. Actually, do people play this? I feel like it's quite strong. I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a Shockwave. These crew cards are terrible, by the way. I'll try and show you. Do you see how they cut? How do you see? How can I show you how badly they're cut? They're like, they're just very badly cut. Why is your night boring, Raymond? Talk to me. Keep me company, man, because I've had a boring New Year's. I've had a boring day. I mean, I did do some fun stuff with the family, but... And I gamed with my friend, but... No, Nordic, this is Unlim. I wouldn't be so blasé with the first Ed Crew box. Can you tell by looking that it's Unlim on the camera? You can sort of tell. I'll get us some I'll get us some first Ed Crew soon. Do some box breaks for people. Talishar Rainbow Foil. Yes, I'm just in the mood to open, so here we are. It's very sick Nordic. Hey, that happens, Raymond. Ooh, look, this is probably a secret tech for the year. Not so secret. It's crazy good tech into the dash meta, if the dash meta exists now. We'll see a Fable tonight. The amount of cases I'm opening, we'll probably see a Fable. Foil Rune Chant. I mean, we may not, but I've got a whole bunch of cases. And also, it's been a while. We didn't pull a Fable all last night. Or the stream before that. So we're well over 10 cases deep. Foil Copper. Hit like all the foil tokens. So no paid box breaks tonight. We're not doing paid box breaks for a little bit because all the stock's going into the shop. Perch Grapplers is a good hit. But I'm planning. I have a whole bunch of plans. Whole bunch. Obviously, Outsiders will do a lot of box breaks. This time, I might put a pre-sale up so I can get stock for the shop, but also stock for... Hey, Harley. So just box one of this crew case. Torrent of Tempo. Dio, we did hit 3K. We hit over 3K. We did all the giveaways. Ooh, ooh. think this might be a very good hit right now. Foil Visiatronic. With crew, if you're new here, equipment is really good. Majestic equipment. Most of it is... Oh, look at that Arc Smash foil. Great hits. Plasma Purifier. I don't have like any form of photographic memory. I actually forget some of these cards are in crew. But they're like very mainstay staples. Like you can't... A lot of these decks don't work without crew cards anymore. Yeah, Dio, it was. Don't worry, you would have known if you'd won by now. But check it out. It was a fun stream. The alpha case was crazy. We opened a whole bunch of Toa and stuff as well prior to the alpha case. Well, Raymond, it's even more calming to open them. That's why I do it. I should do a tutorial on how to open crew unlim packs. So, here's the pack. Push the cards away from the tear tab, see? Push them in so you can tear it. That didn't tear very well, but that's the way. That's how you do it. Fab Nordic, I don't want to sell any boxes for a minute. I need to get a lot of this stock needs to go into the single store, but I'm getting a restock of a lot of stuff. Talking to, remember, I'm not a distributor or a store, so I need to be careful how much I'm paying for boxes, etc. So I'm trying my best. I'll get more stock. I mean, if you need boxes for you, contact me privately, and I'll get you in contact with someone that can send you crew boxes pretty cheap, like very cheap. But yeah, for now, just for a week or two. Harley, it's nearly done. Like we're way past the halfway of sorting stock, and we're just having a meeting with a shipping provider on Wednesday. Someone actually watches the channel. He's gonna help us out. The stock is all on the website. It's just you can't see it. It's hidden. Like, so we're that close, and obviously the website can already take payment. We added a PayPal payment thing. I'm gonna not do Afterpay. It's an option, but I really don't want to encourage people to use Afterpay. And then I've ordered like 50 classic battle decks, which I want to upgrade the decks to make them playable. Look, we're going to launch the site in the next couple of weeks, I think, regardless, and then we're hoping to put up some actual Blitz decks, new player-friendly ones. But we won't have every single card in the game, because during Dynasty, Sledge Foil, I put everything I hit really up on the auction site, and I haven't opened a whole bunch of that. So for Assassin cards, we're probably not going to be the best place from day one. But look, it'll be there, whatever cards we have. And it'll definitely get better in time. That's the goal. I did order 15 cases of White Border History Pack to open for the store. That's going to be good. That's the type of cards we want, is a whole bunch of playable cards. So, to give you maybe a good example, what we're thinking, Uprising had a whole bunch of the Marvel Dragons, and people wanted their play sets, and that's not going to be us. Like, when the set comes out, we will do it, but right now, if you're trying to finish your Marvel Dragons, you're not going to find them on the Fluke and Box shop. Sue, yeah, so perfect fits are more likely to damage the card. That's why. last pack box 2. Yeah, the focus will be players on the site, not collectors, not rarity. We'll be selling foils and stuff, but we're not going to go out of our way to stock them. Do I double sleeve my deck? No. I have extended art twinning blades and alpha foils in my deck, and they're single sleeved. I feel like I want them to be worn out. If I look at the deck in 5 years, I want to. I want the cards to look like I played with them. I don't plan to sell them, you know. It's a second Remorses. I think from memory, Remorses might still be the best Majestic in the set, or one of. I gotta there's a way to build a bot that reads the card and pulls up the price. Maybe one day I'll do that when I stream. Like, you know, the Dragon Shield app will scan it and tell you. Someone build that for streamers. Someone build that for me. I would pay for that. For when it's reading one section of the screen and it'll add the value up as we go. Foil twinning blade. I don't think it's a super valuable hit, but you know, I like it. Saber foil. Ooh, Cokes. Probably one of the better. This is very played these days in Briar. I think actually Briar, but maybe even Arachne can run it, because the Quicken token is very valuable on Arachne. Just be careful who you give a Quicken token to. Copper. So Crew is a expansion set. No, I mean price-wise, Nordic. Obviously, we're impartial. We're partial to the courage. We've hit 2 of the equipment. The Visiatronics in foil, which is nice. Promise of Plenty. Combustible. Velsharoon. Happy New Year to you too. I'm guessing that's where you were typing and accidentally hit send already. There's 22 people watching. I didn't announce the stream, nothing. I just wanted to chill, but welcome. Please like the video, hit subscribe if you're not. This is mainly for the single store, which will be at flukerbox.shop, in case you just joined and didn't know. So we're not breaking anyone else. This is all my boxes. They split the soul. Foil Rattlebones. Bittering Thorns. Whoa. Banned card. So this isn't banned in Blitz, correct? I believe it's only banned in CC. I wonder if that'll change. How much am I opening? A lot. A lot. Let's see. I'm in a good mood. I have energy, so I'm going to open till I'm tired. But I actually... Oh, Mangle's good. I want to open everything next to me. There's 10, 12 cases to open. So that's a whole bunch. I won't have to deal with any sales, so I'm just opening for me, which will end up going pretty quick. And I'm not gonna stop for so I've got 1 Crew case and 1 Monarch case, and then it's pretty much all Tales of Aria and Everfest, so we don't have to stop and pack stuff away, just keep hammering. Dio, I think, is this the other Saber? Did we hit the... I want to find it now. Maybe it's the playset. It is too. I've seen this quite often that you end up you see the playset of the sabers together. Might even sort these out into a single sleeve. Light Illusionist, Shadow Runeblade. I think we'll see in a. We'll see, right? I think at this rate it'll probably be at the end of the year. Ha! Man, we've been really lucky. The foil majestic. So we've hit Visiotronic Gambler's Gloves in foil, Blood Sheath, and Perch Grapplers on foil. Like, seeing equipment's very, very rare and very good because they're printed 66% less. Hey Joe. AB, yes, there'll be Command and Conquers and E-Strikes, yes. Everything I open will be listed. Eventually, everything you see me open, you'll know is going to be on the website. So right now, if you're watching, all this will end up being listed when we launch. Hey Newson, you are a legendary now. And I've opened, I mean, I think there's 6 to 12 Command and Conquers in stock on the store already. We're not going to use those kind of cards to build decks. I can't pull L's to save my life, that's correct. So we haven't hit a legendary yet. But Crew, I started this thought and I never finished it. Crew is an expansion set. It's not one legendary per case. Just doesn't work that way in the subsets, in the expansion sets. Keep that in mind. Very Feast or Famine set, but Talishar. But there's a chance for a Tunic, which is a really good hit these days. Yeah, German, that's you and me both, my friend. Overpaid for some stuff. And I do have enough reach, hopefully, and can do some marketing with other YouTubers and stuff, try and get new players to be aware that you can buy singles cheap, safe. Also, I saw your level in Path of Exile. You're catching up slowly. Hurry up. We need a third. We got Dev up to 90 to 80 today. Alright, last few packs of this crew case. I'm very happy with the case because the Majestic equipment is always really good to hit. Always really good. Still a chance on a Tunic too, so. Part 2. Yeah, well, mate, why am I surprised to see a Bravo showstopper? I know that the hero tokens are in here, but that caught me off guard. Maybe it's the border. And 30 people watching. Welcome. I was not expecting many people today at all. Combustible. Last 2 packs. Happy New Year, Agoreka visuals. Last pack. Dale, welcome, dude. Joined what? Joined. Ooh, that's a nice last hit. New to Fab, welcome, dude. How new are you, Dale? This week. Do you have a deck yet? Everyone, welcome Dale. Ah, to my sub, I understand. Welcome, dude. Appreciate your sub. And also, we're here to help, so ask questions, milk us for information. You're building Jerome. Where are you based, Dale? What country? Hey, Jalen. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Alright, our crew. I'm happy with that crew case. Yeah, Dromai's pretty meta actually. It's a good deck to start on. Hong Kong from England. Okay, so you're in Hong Kong now, but you're from England, or you're in England but you're from Hong Kong. If you're in Hong Kong, there is a scene. I'm pretty sure. From England in Hong Kong, I understand. Well, welcome, dude. If we can help, let us know. Plenty of people in the chat know a lot. Even you might have some people in the chat sooner or later from or in Hong Kong, or know people from Hong Kong. I know I've bought cards from Hong Kong, so there's a scene. But yeah, let us know anything you need. Bin. Monarch Unlim. Yes, Talishar is a good place to start for sure. Just don't let the toxicity and Q dodging get to you. It gets to me, but don't let it get to you. But I think it's a really good tool to avoid the traps of like buying a whole bunch of stuff for your deck and then realizing that you don't want to play it. I think that's what Talishar is probably the best for. Because you can try a deck and go, oh, I hate this playstyle, and it only costs you time. I think in TCGs in general, I'm sure games lose players because people overcommit to an idea of a game or a hero, and then they realize that they hate it. But Dromai is really good. Dromai can be built many different ways, has a good game. Like, you can have a strategy into pretty much every deck in the game. And yes, dragons. I think that's actually the problem with Dromai, is it's not as dragony as people would want it to be. You can't just play every dragon. That's not how the deck plays. But yes, how could you hate dragons? I agree. Deep-rooted evil. Yes, you nearly always play the cheap ones. Chromai was my spoiler card. Dale, you can go check that video out. Yeah, Chromai goes in every deck. Doesn't matter how you're playing Dromai, you have to have Chromai in the deck. Asvalai as well. Like all the cheap ones, you're right. Look at that double Yinti yellow. Yinti yellow. So we should see a legendary per case in Monarchs. Let's see if we... Nordic, I think you're right, but Prism, I think in the design space she was in, like, I think Dromai will end up being stronger. It's a really, really flexible deck. And I think red cards lean into more aggressive output from Dromai than Prism had. But I think she needs a lot more support to get to the point where Prism was, where she is feared. These red pulpings. Dev will be happy to see pulpings. Grappling. And bolting blade. So the second one of Beacon. Yeah, I play a lot of Dromai. I play mostly Dorinthia, but Dromai is very good. Just for hunting big singles. Joshua, what region are you in, bud? Woohoo, yeah. Alright. Speaking of Dromai, there's some boots for her. Dale, I gotta show you my gold foil Phantasmal Footsteps that I play on Dromai. It's part of the reason why I played the tech. If you're in WA, Josh, I think jumping on the trade page, Oceanic trade page, is probably the best way to find them cheap. Patience helps. Figure out what you want to pay for something. As long as it's reasonable, just be patient in finding it. But don't be passive. Don't scroll and hope to find them. Just put up buying Command and Conquers. This is my offer. Just don't look, most things in Australia sell for TCG player unconverted. So if a Command and Conquer is 150 on TCG player, it's usually around 150 Australian, but sometimes more. So I would go on the Oceanic page, use the search function. If it's something like Tunic, search for Tunic, look at the past couple of weeks max to see what people listed Tunics for. Remember, that doesn't mean that's what they sold them for, it's what they listed them for. And that's your starting point. So if you saw a whole bunch of people listing Tunics for 280, that's a good hit. It used to be a good hit. So if you jump on and you see a whole bunch of people listed Tunics at what did I say, 280, right? You want to pay 250, you're not that far off. That's a good place. Put a buy post up, go want to buy Tunic 250 or best offer, something along those lines. You should be fine, and you'll probably find one. But yeah, that's all I can. Another pulping. Unfortunately, my friend, Tunics are very hard to find right now, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of money. I literally have none. I had 10, 15 at one point. New players join, they want a Tunic for CC, they get one, and then I think there's just more new players joining than there are Tunics. And it's probably because there's a whole bunch of people with Tunics in their binders, like multiples of them, that aren't selling them. But I'm working on fixing that. I've ordered 15 cases of white border. I promise every single white border Tunic I hit, I will put up for sale at a reasonable rate. It would not be much more than you would pay, if not the exact same you'd pay on the Oceanic page. Our goal is not to make like a big chunk of profit off legendaries and stuff. We try and make our money. Another market beast on playsets on launch day. Also, we're sort of, because we're tied to the YouTube channel, we'll make money off the YouTube channel, off memberships, off box break. So all in all, we'll try. I hope that helps, Joshua. I was rambling, I know, but yeah, white border Tunic is very nice. I remember when I pulled a white border Tunic, I had a new player ask to buy it, and I go, sure, can we check how much they are? And it was like $20 more than the non-foil one, than the black border one. Yeah, Brute's very strong, Joshua. Ranger is a little bit, well, it's very strong, but it's inconsistent. And I think will always be inconsistent. It's good when it's good, and then it can sometimes not be good. But Brood and Blitz, man. Oh. Yeah, I'd buy a Furnace if I was playing Dromai. I don't think you can play the deck properly without it. But lucky it's not a super expensive Majestic yet. Sorry, Legendary yet. I think the stronger Dromai gets, or the more people realize how strong she is, that'll change. This is a good thing though. If you're new, but you wouldn't play Tunic on Dromai anyway. It doesn't work. because Furnace lets you play a whole bunch less blues, which makes the deck way stronger in output and way more defensive if you run red D-reacts. Yeah, whiteboard is not supposed to be more expensive. That's why I bought a whole lot of it. I'm trying to... Yeah, exactly, Dale. Like, Furnace lets you fix your hand, rouse foil, and make an ash. So you have something to pitch into to get rid of a bad card in your hand. Like, you might have a sink below against a wizard, and they're not using attacks. You can just pitch it away into Furnace. Even when you have all 0 costs and you haven't had to pitch into an ability, you still pitch into Furnace after playing any red in your hand. Yeah, the thing is, Deep-Rooted Evil foil. The thing with MTG whiteboard, it has a very different stigma, it seems, to the Fab ones. Fab people were really, really asking for reprints. But, you know, whiteboarder doesn't hurt the collectors. Well, Jayla, maybe you can help the Fluke and Box Enterprise out and sell me the tunic because I can list it on the shop. Nourishing Emptiness, what a card. That's good, Dale. Whiteboarder is here to stay. So History Pack 2 comes out in Feb. So we'll get to see what cards they reprinted. And then we'll know what we're getting in in Whiteboarder next year for that. Invigorating Light. I'm not really, yeah, the Krunic, Crucible Unlimited Tunic is usually the cheapest one. Even the first edition Krunic doesn't seem to hold a very high premium, which is crazy. But it looks the exact same, so why would it, you know? Just has a slightly different color circle. Sea Strike. Any of you new players planning to go to New Zealand for the calling? It is a Blitz battle hardened. I don't know how many people are aware of that, but it's Blitz. Like, you can go in there with Rhinar and high roll it. So you can win a gold foil by playing Blitz in New Zealand on day 2. Alright, box 3. Belittle. I always forget Belittle Minnowism was printed in this set. I didn't ever draft this set. I think it was quite a good generic combo. Hey, Jorick. Good to see you in here. Hey, Jorick, have you decided this is a good hit? This is a Dromai card now. It used to be... Actually, I don't think Prism ever ran it. It's crazy it also had the white-haired illusionist that later in Everfest we saw a whole bunch of cards with her art in it. Steel Hand. So this is Belgian print Monarch Unlim. I'm realizing. Another tome. What did I sometimes I like mumble my words, hey. Did you decide on what your next project is? What are you working on? Go work for FabDB. That's what you should do. I'd like you to work with Kirk and make FabDB. Like, Kirk is very good, but also spreads himself pretty thin. So if he had someone like you around, adding features and functions and stats and... yeah. Also, he has a pretty big Patreon, so... I think he's changing the pricing model for it. Did I put... yeah, that is a foil, never mind. Alright, so box 3. We've hit the legendary. That's right, you did mention this. Hey, Jorik, can I tell you a bit of a negative feedback for Judge Hub? I registered for it one time, and I now get spammed with forum posts. And I did log back in and untick and say that I don't want to be getting stuff, and I still get stuff. Like, I don't get everything anymore, but sometimes they just leak through and I get every couple of days a random Judge Hub email that's like a forum post that I didn't ask to follow, you know. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that section of Judge Hub is terrible. The notifications and stuff, and how it signs you up to everything instead of maybe asking what you want to see. Rouse. But there you go, in case you needed some feedback for Judge Hub. Second swing. Yeah, it's crazy we don't have like a prominent judging YouTube channel, even as an educational source, like to help people get into the judge program. Halo of Illumination. Nice. Well, I didn't hear the announcement, but yeah. I'll subscribe. Ooh. Solid hit. This would have been a cold foil if this was a first ed box. Phantasmaclasm. Pretty sure you'll bring good value wherever you go, Jorik. So I'll make sure I subscribe. Yeah, well, man, that's the thing. You can't break trust with someone, right? Where they sign up to your service and then they get absolutely bombarded with emails. Then you lose contact with them. That's why you don't do that. Jorik, is it called Judge Hub? What's the YouTube name for people to search? Sure, we have some people here that'll go foil Phantasmaclasm. Nice. Let's put this here. Yeah, let me know. I mean, again, I'm sure I'll see it on Twitter or whatever. It'll appear in my feed, and I will share it. 3 packs left in box 3. LSS are making a Judge Hub. I see. That's even better. You come in New Zealand? Did you get accepted? Exude confidence. Alright, last pack. Can we hit a library? No, we can't. It's alright. That's why we have 1 box left. So that we can hit a library. How many comments can I get rid of still? That'll do. Alright, last box. Double legendary? We've hit a couple of double legendary Monarch cases before. it's common enough. It's definitely, the ratio is more than 1 legendary per case. Your wife won't let you go. Man, when people say that, I wonder. I always wonder. I mean, it's a pretty nice destination, right? I'm sure Wise would love to see it, but, you know. I just figured if you're going to be working on the Judge Hub stuff, you'd be able to, it'd be good to see people in person. Especially people like Flesh and Blood employees. They seem to like that whole in-person business. Chat's turned into a Jotrick/Fluke conversation. Feel free to chime in, anyone else. I'm sure no one minds. Sonata's a good hit. Yeah, we're over 30 viewers. Please like the video if you just joined. It helps. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're new here, you missed out a big giveaway stream. You can check the VOD out. That was fun. Some amazing stuff was hit. We opened a whole case of alpha. I don't think Worlds end up in Europe. I think America's just got the player base, that raw mass, which makes an event better. Can I ask if you break a boxer snipe? Let me correct tonight. Hey, we make best. For the 10th time. Why did you? Oh yeah, okay. I understand. Guys, Tiger, is that right? Good to see you in here. Guys, probably one of the best channels, if not call you Tog. Lumen is good. Probably right now, one of the best channels on Flesh and Blood, if not the best. We Make Best. If you're a new player, follow them. They got some pretty good content, especially for Wizard right now. You'll learn a bit. You'll learn to play full Redline Dromai with Irina's Prayer. That's what you learn after watching that degenerate content. Hey Hank. Degenerate wizard shit. Hey, I play the skirmish winning full red Dromai. I've tried one European skirmish. Was won by it. And our local Kano main did a whole blazing combo, and it was beautiful when he went blazing Aether, or was it? Is it blazing Aether? What's the combo? It's not blazing. It's wildfire for 0, because nothing had hit that turn because I double sigiled him. Great, it was amazing. Yes, if you play Dromai, lucky for you, you do not have to fear the wizards nearly as much as I do on my warrior. You can be disgusted, but like, it disgusts me that you are playing on my turn, you know? Genesis is good. Guys, you guys want to see a Fluke Box / We Make Best collaboration? Actually, Tog, how much of the decision making are you at We Make Best? Should we just have a conversation right now? I have some ideas to post, to run past. Well, the reason I asked, the Fluke box single shop is very close. A big part of it is going to be your dog, man. A big part of it's going to be building blitz decks, right? Especially for new players. Zoz, the crack, you're watching the crack right now. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for content creators to make very short form videos, like we're talking under 5-minute deck techs. Budget deck techs with a very strong deck. Kano definitely is one of those that can be built on a budget with Mage Master and played a little different. But like, and then building the deck on my shop. Is that it? That is the 4th box. Yeah, okay, that's what we hit. I was looking for another box for some reason. So yeah, that's the idea is you make the deck, you make a deck tech, you make an upgrade kit for it, like, you know, with Storm Striders, for instance, and certain maybe more expensive cards, although Kano doesn't play many generic Majestic, so it's never that expensive to build the deck. And then we list it on the site, we link to your video on the site, you link to the deck to buy it, and it helps new players out. That's the idea, is a new player joins, watches your Kano video, wants to get into Kano. We have like a $50 deck that's in a good player's hands could win a skirmish. That's what we're trying to do. Skirmish is probably a high ask, but definitely we want the deck to be able to win an armory if it's piloted correctly. And obviously gets a little bit of luck. That's the idea, man. We want to partner with as many content creators as we can. It's good for the community, but also, you know. Yeah, that's the idea. You got it, Tog. I can make all the warrior ones. I'm very versed in that. And to a point where I can play the deck at my local armory and show you results that I can win an armory with a lower powered Dory deck. It's possible. That was not a bad case. Okay, that's all that done. Let's do Everfest. So this is 3 cases, 3 boxes from a case. The 4th box had terrible hits, so we might get lucky. Yeah, so if you're keen, Tog, what I'm going to do is put a proposal together for all the content creators, picking what they specialize in. In your case, let's say it's Kano for now. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be like a pre-built PC. It's like, hey, here's the. You just click. You can even click a button. We'll double sleeve it for you and ship it out sleeved, ready to play. We want to do it even where it's the pre-con blitz deck. So you want to play Dromai. You buy the pre-con plus. We'll send you the. Thanks, Kodashar. Good to see you in here. Yeah, you buy the pre-con plus the upgrade kit for it in one shopping cart. But like what we're trying to do is make them playable, like make them good decks. Cheap, but milk everything out of the cheaper cards that you can buy. There's some decks that really don't care about price. I think Rhinar in Blitz is one of those decks. It really doesn't care how many legendaries or Majestics you have in the deck. Ooh, pound of foil. Cold foil for a second. And I think like it's not the worst thing for existing players that don't want to brew. Like you can spend a couple of $100 and buy a whole bunch of new decks. There's a cold foil in there. Doesn't look like a good one though. Let's just do that. ideally, culturally, people will start recommending our shop for new players, or buying the deck for like a mate who wants to join the game. I believe MTG Goldfish has something similar currently. Has anyone ever played a Iris Dromai? Does it work? Can someone tell me? Look at that Cold 4 bounty. Not the biggest hit because it's not very meta, but it's very good. I think it will be much more meta if we ever see a Valda spec or an adult Valda or a new Guardian that uses... Imagine if we get a Guardian where the seismics don't pop. Vinay, happy... Oh, I gotta talk to you, buddy. Happy New Year. Do you want me to grade the cards I hit for you? I can't ship anything, it's still public holiday in Australia, but... yeah, Vinay, let me know. And also, thanks a lot, man, for the Christmas packs. I do have something I'm gonna send you that's kind of special. If you like surprises, I won't tell you what it is. If you want to know what it is, I'll show you now that you're in the stream. I'm sending you a little gift for buying those packs for people. Yeah, the Cold 4, that's what I'll grade, Vinay. Do you want to see your thank you gift, or do you want a surprise? Well, showing you means showing the chat, which is kind of fun. All right, you ready? You guys ready? So Vinay got lucky in the alpha, in one of his alpha packs. He hit a Goliath Gauntlet, but check this out. This is what I'm sending Vinay. This is a 1 of 1, like truly 1 of 1, man. I'm gonna try and grade it for you. So this is my very own Grandeur of Valahai, right? Can you tell there's something's kind of weird with it, right? Something's really weird about it. It's because, look, it's like wavy as fuck. It was one of those flooded... See the waves now? It was in a flood. So I'm going to try and grade this for you, man. And then I'll send it to you. That's what you're getting from me. From me to you. It's one of my favorite possessions, okay? It's truly one of my favorites. If you follow the channel, which you do, Vinay, you've seen my Eye of Ophidia that got a 5 graded. So I want to see this is probably going to be worse. No, of course I have to, man. It's I want you to have it. It's a gift. It's a funny story because we were going through the singles for the shop, and my partner Dev found it, and he's like, "Hey, is this supposed to be in here?" I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, "Yeah, because we can't sell this." It was just in one of my binders. Like, that's correct. We can't sell that one. But yes, that's coming to you, Vinay. I'm gonna try my best to get it graded. Enjoy. It's a little memento, 1 of 1. Literally no one will ever have one like it. Doesn't make it super valuable, it's just 1 of 1. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll be famous or something. You never know. Maybe I'll win worlds on Dory. Then sell it. Payload. Well, dude, thanks again. It's like very cool. You know, I like giving stuff away, and it's cool when other people join in. like how good that Earthlore bounty looks. In the swing. So I'm gonna open a whole bunch of Everfest, I think, at this rate. It'd be good to hit a full art Pulverize. What are the big hits? There's some big Majestic hits. Hey, Gueso, thank you. Oh, the full art Majestics are really good. Skullcap, we're hoping to dodge. Marvel Starvo, I wouldn't mind because there's not that many of them in the world. Never will be. I'm trying to think of what cold foils are really good. Yeah, this set's legendaries is what? Silver Palms, Stalagmite. That's the one we want. Ooh, that's a good hit. Yeah, Aether Wildfire is very good, but Stalagmite is the one we want to hit. And Link's Cold Foil is very good, yes. Yeah, Kodasha, ask away. What's up? And I think like Deja Vu is really good. Potion of Luck might even have some good value. In cold foil. Like Re1 and Ice. Dynasty Secret cards. Is there an alt art in Dynasty? Why am I blanking on that question? I should know. Is there an alt art? I mean, right now they're Marvels, right? So, like the alt art of the Marvel weapons, I think, in the set. The black frame. Yeah, Regicide Looming Doom, but I don't think they're like the same thing. Because they're full art, not alt art. Like they're not a... I'm having a mental blank. So Marvel Emperor, again, it's not like Secret, but that's definitely a special card. Yeah, I think it's just the Marvels, man. The Marvel Tiger token, the... Yeah, they're not... I understand what you're asking. There's no, like, Easter egg. But the Marvel's are actually very hard to hit. Like, all the black frame, black text box cards are very hard to hit. Like, it's not even one per case. They're much rarer than one per case. Yeah, Uprising was a... in my opinion, was a bit cooler. Like, you had the Ash, you had the Icelander. It's like stuff that's doesn't seem to belong in the set. This one, there's nothing really, it doesn't feel like it belongs that I can think of. But I'm like, it's nearly midnight for me. My brain's not... I might be missing something. Possibly. Man, I was so close to a major hit. Foil Pulverize. Still a good hit. Still a good hit. Wax on. Jalen, don't you open a case every day, buddy? I don't think I've ever seen you not opening packs, so... I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't recognize you without wrappers around you. Double Majestic. Yeah, Hank, you won't. Like, they're quite... So, the way to understand it, right? Marvel Dragons, you need 3 in the deck for most of the dragons. So, they were rare, as in the rare rarity at the bottom. And you need 3 so that you get them 1 per box, basically. You got a Marvel dragon, 1 per box. This is a good hit. Crown, reflection, cold foil. While the weapons, there's 66% less printed because you only need 1 in a deck. So that's number 1, and 2, they're majestic. It's like 1 every 2 point something cases, I believe. Look at who decided to turn up to a stream. Miss Kasai herself. How you doing, Sah? We got like 4 packs left. We did hit another majestic cold foil, so that's sick. But again, not expecting a legendary anymore. You just don't get 1 per case in the non-draft sets. My New Year's was fine. I stayed home. Didn't do much. Took the kids to the 9 p.m. fireworks locally. There's a wildfire for you Kano aficionados. Last pack. Nothing. Not bad. Double majestic cold foil is very good. Should I be putting these away? No, because I'm still opening. I'm gonna have to put them all back. Foil. I'll just put the majestics out here and then. Yep, okay. I have way more Everfest to open to be putting shit away yet, but let me get rid of commons. Look at that, it's a munted case. Ready? Yeah, squished. We like these. I actually grabbed them on purpose. When I buy from the supplier, I grab the worst looking ones because I know I'm just gonna open them for singles. So alright, case 2 of Everfest. We're gonna open a bunch of Everfest, so hopefully we do see. I don't know if you guys remember the one stream where I hit 2 Marvel Starvos in 2 cases. That was crazy. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, actually, to answer your question, Kadisha, the Marvel Emperor is the one. It's the only, like, it's the same as the Icelander, right? It's the double-sided hero, except it's a legendary hero, so it's extremely hard to hit. That's the special secret sauce. And the Command and Conquer, same thing. There's no Rainbow Foil Fable, so crazy hard to see a Command and Conquer. I still haven't hit one for myself. Or a Marvel Emperor, for that matter. And I'm like 30 cases deep, 40 cases deep. I forgot about the Command and Conquer. Rotary Ram. Yeah, it's a big hit. The Command and Conquer Cold Foil is massive. The set's so big, Hank. Like, you're not gonna. We did the maths on trying to build a master set. Hemel told me the number too. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's ridiculously hard to get a master set in Dynasty. Because Hemel sells the master set, it's just very hard to hit. Like, every single card of every rarity is nearly impossible. Not even, nothing's impossible, but so random. Is this a good cold foil? No, it's just tithes. Okay. Foil Majestic, and I'm so confused now. Foil Majestic, good one to hit. Cold foil tithes. Okay, this is why I'm confused. And a Crown of Reflection. Double Majestic and a Cold Foil in one pack. That's a nutty pack. I was like thrown off because I'm used to putting cards in the bulk piles. Yep, it's silly the amount of cases you'd have to open to hit everything. See, that's how much I know about Ranger cards. Oh, look, it didn't stay there long. Nah, I wouldn't. I don't know. Depends on the pricing, Hank. It's a very expensive luxury, that one. I feel like the hero itself will definitely go up, like the rainbow foil version of it. Just wait for skirmish season to hit and everyone wanting to jump on that train. Because, you know, we make best will 100 out of Monkey. We make best will probably make an Emperor deck tech, and then everyone will become a Emperor Dick Rider, you know? It's just how it works. Life of the Party. Look at this sexy guy. Don't you miss him? Don't you miss Bravo? Anyone? Stop it, Dilf, for real. You're in the wrong chat, so Hank, yeah, just message me on Facebook or Twitter. I check all of it. Like my personal Facebook. I don't check the Fluke and Box one as often. Oh, I feel tired all of a sudden. Do you guys think make a coffee, stay up all night, or call it in like an hour? That's what we have to work out. I want to hit more legendaries, and I want to open a whole bunch of Toa. We've we haven't hit a single New Horizon. Robert, I don't think it's so. If you opened as much as me, Robert, you'd know already that high variance feeling is the same in Everfest and the same in Crew. It's just the expansion sets; they're not allocated or collated the same because there's no tokens, there's no drafting, so they don't have to be super balanced. So the word people use is feast or famine. They're just random. It's high variance, but it's the exact same. It's not a dynasty. It's not a dynasty issue. It's worth knowing when you're buying into an expansion set what's going to happen. Yeah, dear. Is this a good... Echoes... I felt like Echoes was going to be very, very, very strong into Fi. And it probably is still very, very good into Fi. I think it's probably extremely good into the Tiger Katsu that's going around as well. Double Majestic. Nearly 40 viewers. Welcome, everyone. This is box 2 of a Everfest case. It's the best card we've hit tonight. Phantasmal Footsteps, I believe. That's the best thing we've hit. Dio, look, it's... I've been told by people that are better than me at the game is not that good. Depending on your deck and how well you can block. The amount of double majestic packs we've hit. See, but that's the thing. The amount of double majestics you hit sometimes in these is just crazy. High variance, but sometimes you also get like 12 majestics in the box. Oh, there's the legendary we wanted. Nice. Stavo shield. Mind you, I wouldn't mind hitting Grandeur a couple of times. Either. Still a Fable, still only available in cold foil, which is kind of cool. It doesn't look like Everfest Unlimited is ever going to hit the market, which is kind of good. But yes, out of the legendaries we could have hit, that's the one we want. Ooh, majestic equipment, Skull Crushers. I think that's the second one we've hit. If my delirious brain remembers correctly. Hey CJ. Shop is, look, we could hit the launch button today. We just need to figure out some logistics and pricing, and it'll be up. Ooh, that's a potion. I was like, is that a Starvo? It's not a Starvo. Cremation, another one. So maybe a week, maybe 2 at the maximum, I'd imagine. More likely to be a week. It's coming. The stuff is there, like a lot of the work is already done. Like the lion's share of the work is done. Phantasmal Forces of Valiant Dynamo. Problem is, one of them's a warrior legendary, and warrior's much weaker and definitely dies all the time to illusionist, you know? So you'd have to go with footsteps always. Yes, half the Brainstorm Kano deck just full of potions. Do you only play the blue ones though? I'm imagining. One of our locals played that deck. It was hilarious to watch. Yeah, but think about it. You got to pay for those footsteps. Actually, it was Roy Lai. You're Aussie, you might know him. He was second at the first Aussie Nationals, and he won the Battle Hardened at the second Aussie Nationals. He's a very good player. Did he get wins? Yeah, for sure he got wins. Did he win the event? No. He's a Guardian main, yeah. Older main. Oh, cold foil Krakens. Nice. No one plays this anymore, but nice. It's the highest I've seen Valiant block in a game. I used to play it in CC. I don't think I've done 18, but I feel like you're blocking 18, something's wrong with one of your decks. Even in Blitz though, I've gotten 5-6 life out of Valiant Dynamo, so what, 10 to 12? You're beefing with Roy. I'm gonna tell you something, Tog. You've met Roy, you've seen him, right? He's a he's taller than me, slim build. I've seen a video of Roy knocking a guy out with an elbow. Like, clean knocking someone out in the ring. He does Muay Thai. He also does Jiu-Jitsu. I just wouldn't beef with the guy, man. Like, I just wouldn't. It's just word of warning, you know? In the fab sphere, in the fab sphere, I wouldn't want to pick a fight with Roy. If it was just Jiu-Jitsu, sure, but that's because I'm fatter than him, you know? Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. I've been training for, man, probably 5 years now. I had to have some breaks because of my back, but I'm a blue belt. We should roll sometime. Last box of this case. Jits is amazing. It's very, very, very good fitness. If you can stick with it. Last box of this case. This case has been pretty fun, pretty good. We can start standing up, dude. It's no problem. Let me get rid of some of these before it topples. Welcome everybody that just joined. Like 5 people joined all at once. It's probably porn bots. Are you ready? You ready for the spam? If you're not a porn bot, please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We do big giveaways when we hit. The next big giveaway will be at 4,000 subs, I imagine. But 5K, we're doing an alpha box, so that one's worth subscribing for. Like giving it away, you know? All you'll have to do is comment somewhere to get it. Man, another foil pulverized that's not extended. What's going on, James White? That could have been a triple majestic pack. That would have been sick, but it wasn't. I blame James or Newson. I don't know which one I blame more. Probably Newson. He's probably lurking in the chat. Watch, he'll appear because I said his name. No, this round's on me. I'm sure we've hit one. Like, do you need me to look? Sloop. Sloop, I'd rather more stalagmites, thank you. Now that you're here, we'll pull whatever you want, mate. Also, Happy New Year. I want to pause for a second. Remember when people saw the art for Tri-Shot and went, hey, that's going to be a mech ranger, and it just turns out it's just the art for Tri-Shot? Stop assuming when you see new set art, like the art in hey Louis, yeah, stop assuming, you know, when you see art for a new set that is a new hero all the time. It's not. It's just a card art. It's so obvious that that new Outsiders art is just a card, like not a hero. Hero art in Fab is very distinctly framed, like the hero. It's like a portrait of the hero. It's not this massive action shot. It's like nearly looks cold foil because of the way the blade was done. So much of that mechanic of put stuff at the bottom of your deck, like the anti-fatigue stuff, that doesn't seem to get played a lot. Brute just got one, but then was it Drone that was that, and it got banned because it just kept games going forever. So I don't know. Bad beats. the first Arcane Lantern we hit, I think. Dear, I'm hoping we don't see an Alchemist. It just sounds to me like a UPF hero. I hope we see Brood or Warrior. They're the two that are lacking some support and don't perform well in CC at this point in time. Alright. Bulk. Water, and then another case. Hey, Everfest. Also look a bit smashed. A little bit. Chowder, it's hearsay, yeah. They said that we're seeing one hero we're familiar with, and they said it was Azalea. And people are like going, well, he said we'll see her. Didn't say that it's a playable hero, whatever. That's a weird thing to think. And it seems like we're getting an assassin, which in my mind, I believe it's the Icelander thing. I think the reason you didn't have adult Icelander in Everfest is they hadn't fully tested that hero. So they let it go in Blitz only, and then they released it in the set after, knowing that it was ready. But I think with Arachne's existed for a long time, according to James, like since Arcane Rising. So I think they already knew Arachne worked, so they've already put Arachne in Dynasty because they have every intention of it being in Outsiders draftable. Which is sick, by the way. More than happy to see Arachne reprinted or put in a draft set, because if you're an Arachne player, you're going to get a whole bunch of support, you know? That's my prediction, is it's Arachne, Azalea. The other two, I actually don't think it's... I think it's very likely to be mech, because we only have one adult mech, so I think two mechs makes a lot of sense. Teklo Pounder. Art of War will have to be banned someday? No, I don't think so. Why? Do you think it's that strong? I think Command & Conquer is much stronger than Art of War. Also, you don't have to ban Art of War to make it weaker, you just errata that card. I know they don't like using errata, but Art of War I wouldn't go banning. Was Mech's the only hero without a second CC variant? I think so. But then, like, Warrior doesn't really... Like, both Warriors are pretty weak. But maybe that's just what Warrior's always going to be, is like Brute. They're just mid-range. They're just never going to be A tier or better. Unless you're a specialist. Like, I think certain pilots on those decks will always perform well. Herbert, people would be making assumptions because we don't actually know how much Dynasty is printed. No way to tell. Plunder on some hero, break the hell out of it. Yeah, but remember, like, sure, I'm sure there's an argument to be made about banning a lot of cards, including Tunic, Valiant Dynamo, Phantasmal Footsteps, Creepers. Creepers should be banned. Runeblade in general has a lot of overpowered shit. But I think the reason you shouldn't... Man, that's crazy. What's the value of this pack? Someone tell me. Coldfoil, Deja Vu, and a foil Swarming Gloomveil in one $5 pack. I need more sleeves. What I was saying, Fluke. They've had Art of War for a very long time, so they've been testing everything with that in existence. So I don't ever see it being banned. Same as Tunic. I think a lot of these cards that have existed since the beginning will never see bans because everything's tested around them, right? Everything existed when they already were there. I think where you start having problems is when you add... like, yes, Art of War is very strong, but every deck can run Art of War, so why would it matter? I think yeah, so this is a good argument. I think they should get away from these equipment that doesn't cost anything to use. But then look at Creepers, like whether it costs something to use or not, it's absolutely busted. Devin, thanks, dude. Happy New Year. Look, I think the game's in a good place. I don't think there's a lot of balancing issues right now. I think it's like... I'd say Dash is probably one of the only heroes I have an argument about getting bans. Even Briar doesn't feel super crazy anymore. But see, that's funny we say that because it probably is still just as powerful. We're just used to it and know how to play into it more. This is like the third Nerves of Steel foil we hit. How annoying. Yeah, Scabbies aren't broken. Scabbies are so risky, they just lose you the game as well. Scababies. Alright, box 2. And I haven't opened any Toa yet, and I'm getting tired. This is bad. Bad sign for the stream. Why are you worried about chain though? Yeah. Rhino just decks you out, right? Because you can't play pistols, he'll just kill you. And you can't play aggro because he'll just deck you out. Is that why? That's what I've heard anyway. Wow, Adelina, that's rude. Just because it's your favorite set. Ooh. I thought it was it's a good hit. You don't see Genus often in foil. Rhino also smashes Oldhim. Rhino is a very good hero. Not enough people play it, and I don't think that's a hero that's been solved yet either in CC. Like what the most meta build or most efficient build is. Vinay, I hope we see Crown of Providence reprinted, non-foil. It's way too expensive. And it's killed off Skullcap. Look at that double majestic. Skullcap's dead because Providence exists, so they need to reprint it, I think. I don't think they need to reprint it. I think they need to reprint it if they want to keep reprinting these legendaries. That's the next one, right? So I wouldn't mind seeing it in the draft set, but they'll probably go in the expansion set. But also remember, it's a history pack. Once history pack comes out, is it 2 or 3? Whenever they'll put that in. Mr. Sutherland, good afternoon. I mean, it's 12:30 a.m. for me, but I'll take it. Fine, we're doing Toa next. No one plays this. No one. This would be cool if it let you get the card from outside of your deck. I'd play it. It's very good against Rhino if you think about it. HP2 is supposed to be Black Label in Feb, which is in Europe. But White Border, we were told 2024. So, but I think they'll do what they need to do. Like, if they feel like they need them in English, they'll. Ash, how you doing? There should be a couple more Marvel Rarity members these days as well. They just haven't popped into the stream. But Captain Marvel himself, Brother Rob, was around the other day with his Marvel. His Marvel icon. We're coming up with... there's 2 more icons. So Marvel is 1-year member. The 2-year membership is Fabled, but then we're going to need to come up with icons for the other 2. But also, we're going to do some emojis. Vinay, I have an emoji for you, my friend. Can you guess what the emoji for Vinay is going to be? Yeah, Vinay, there is Fable. It's 2 years membership. Yeah, but we don't have an icon for Living Legend. But yeah, that could be... There you go. That's a good idea, Dio. Thank you. And make it LL. Santa Vinay. Ooh. Big hit out of nowhere. No, it's way better than that, Vinay. What's a card that you cringe every time you see now that's traumatized you forever? Double Majestic. So we're gonna have a... The idea is to make an emoji of Vinay's favorite card. Well, it'll just be an emoji, right? Like, it's like the RIP emoji. Like, every time we see a Rusted Relic, people can spam Rusted Relic in the chat. I thought you'd appreciate it. My rare pile is absolutely massive. Yeah, Dio, like... Okay, look at this cracked pack again. But why we keep... This is the 3rd foil pulverize we hit, but no extended art. I haven't hit a single extended art Majestic, actually. 0. Arcane Lantern's gone back. Yeah, it's thanks to these degenerates doing Kano content 24/7, man. Jeez. Also, it's a must-have in Arachne, right? Yeah, Sloop, where's your Rusted Relic video you promised us? You were in that stream. We've been waiting. Hey, Tog, should I play it live on stream? That's the question. Are you confident enough? Okay, this is not a bad one, actually. This gets played. Sloop, sometimes we agree to things even though we don't verbally, publicly say anything about it. But is it good, Tog? That's what I need to know. Is it good? Is it good enough to play? Is it good enough to get airtime? Alright, I'm gonna finish this. So I got a box and a half left of this case. You spent 2 hours on it, dude. You're crazy. A few people messaged me and they clearly spent like a lot less than 2 hours, you know, which is not. Dale, no problem, dude. It was nice meeting you, man. Hopefully see you around. Yep, so box and a half. Not including dude. Look, by the way, I appreciate you putting the work in. I will watch it live. You'll get my live reaction. How honest do you want me to be? In public, that is. I'll be honest in private, but do you want me to be full critique mode in public? Look, I'm aware, because I've worked with creatives in the past, that if you, like, someone helps me a lot with the channel and, like, with thumbnails and stuff. She works a lot better when I give her a date. If I don't give her a date, there's no deadline. It's hard to get things done on time, because there is no time frame, so there's no urgency. So I'm aware if I told you I need it tomorrow, you would do it, if you could. I was also aware it was New Year's Eve, so I didn't want to ask anyone to make it in 24 hours on New Year's Eve. Not everyone's a boring old fuck like me that was home for New Year's Eve. Alone. Tear. Alright, this is the last box. I think we've done pretty well. This is no longer no longer one case worth of hits, but happy with what we've hit so far. Vinay, yeah, I stayed up a bit, but I was like, messaging people and playing Marvel Snap, not because I couldn't have gone to bed. Macho Grande. Full out bingo. I don't think this is gonna happen. Herbert, why didn't you go out with her? Man, some of you guys with your wives, like, I don't know. Swing big. Did she come back? Vinay, that's not a nice question to ask. What if she didn't? Foil fire breathing. Let's go. Well, that's all right. I can be like that, actually, where I'm happy to stay home sometimes. Sloop, you don't have a wife, mate. No woman's gonna take you seriously in those Amazon stitched up suits you wear. No one. Vinay, she's not gonna do any better than Herbert. She knows that. We know that. Tommy mummy. This chat degenerates sometimes. Nearly 50 viewers. Welcome everyone. Thanks for keeping me company while I open singles for the upcoming singles store, flukerbox.shop. Go sign up to the newsletter if you want to be updated with the discount code when we launch, because that's where you'll get the discount code. You can create an account. Oh, no way. No fucking way. Look at that. It's one sexy fucking hit. This used to be big money. It's not anymore, but it's still awesome. It's still awesome to see him. That's a sick ass. That's like the third last pack too of the whole case. I think this is still a collector item, big money hit. It's just an M in my common piles. Yeah, probably because I was too busy yelling, being excited. Wait, where did I? Ah, yes, there is. It's like way back. We missed this. Ninja M. What was I saying? Yeah, right now the game is very, very, very heavy on players. So hits like this, when it's not playable, goes nowhere, you know? We don't have the Pokemon thing where people would want to buy a card because it's cool for a high price and rare. That's a very rare, cool card. It's just not playable, so it doesn't have the value. But over time, there'll be a more pop culture, more collectability. You know, if there's ever novels or TV shows, that kind of stuff. When I say pop culture, I'm talking about like media, more lore, more story. People will come around and buy stuff like that just because it's cool, not because it's playable. That's when the economy will really change, and for the better. Right now, it feels bad when you hit that. All right, quick break. But we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna. It's not what we want. Man, that whole stream haven't gained a single sub. That means everyone watching is a loyal viewer. Okay. I need to go to Facebook. I need to turn on desktop audio. I need to check Mr. Todd's message. High retention rate. No, it's good. It's good. Sloop, yes. Fuck off. No one wants you here. Are you guys ready to see a... Hello? Oh, it's working. I haven't watched this yet. I have no idea what he's done. Now I need to point this. So this is a short that Tog's made. Tog is 1/3 of We Play Best, We Make Best. He's made a short for my channel. I put a audition thing up and people got to send in a version of a short for my channel. So I gotta mute the music in the back so I can hear it. Oh wait, I don't have headphones. Yeah, I need headphones for this. And now I'm gonna show you guys. Where display capture? No, browser capture. Yes, browser. Find the browser. URL. No, that's not right. Delete. I swear I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. Window capture is what we want. I already have a window capture. I knew that. Come on, window capture. Pick a window. Google Chrome Studio Drive. That's the one. Booyah. Booyah. Ready? It's better be good. Oh, fucks. Hey, Lachlan. Hopefully you're in the chat. If you're not still, congratulations, buddy.
There you go.
Sick hit. Alright. Strength. Savage Feast. Cold for Refraction Bolters.
No.
For Alaric. Blue Snatch and Benji. Blessing of Deliverance.
Very good.
Cold for Goliath Gauntlets. Let's
Yes!
go. Also for Vinny. I'm very happy Vinny's getting something.
Yes.
Fine, you're hired. Go to flukeandbox.shop. Create an account. Sign up to the email list, which should be on the site now as well. Everyone's signed up. See, this man knows what he's doing. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. the best one so far. Very smooth editing. I like. No, really, it's very good. That's like, I know we can improve on that a lot when we have like a format and a assets for it, animations and stuff. That's very cool. The sound effect, perfect, very good, better than I was expecting. Better than I was expecting. That's the key. You impressed me. And that was great, because it was a very good stream, and he captured some of the moments. It makes you want to go back and watch the stream, doesn't it? Which is what I struggle with. My streams get like 1,000 views, but I think they should be getting 2,000 to 3,000 views if people had some like idea of what was in the stream. Because you see a 3-hour video, most people who don't have a parasocial relationship with me will not click it. Alright, tails time. This is 3 loose boxes. It's coming, yes. The TikTok's coming. That's part of why I need shorts, is I need to grow. Don't worry, guys. There's a big plan. Fluke and Box 2.0. Hire an editor and a short. Like someone doing my social media and editing. Tog, that makes a lot of sense. You get a lot more done being alone. Genuinely, dude, I'm waiting for some other submissions, but I'm very, very keen to talk to you, especially if you want work. It's really well done on that short. Toa, here we go. Wait. Yeah, okay. Maybe don't skip that far ahead. There we go. I figured it out. Sloop, I know you can. But your competition, you always message me because you're like, oh, look, I beat you to 3,000 subs. Oh, look, I have more Twitter followers than you. So I'm just going to hire an editor who's better than you. Have you noticed my thumbnails have been improving? I'm planning to beat you. And not just planning to catch up. You can help buy stuff. I appreciate that, Herbert. Right now, profitability is not the goal. I just want to grow. People already know who I am. I just want that audience to grow. I'm kidding, Sloop. I know I beat you on Twitter, but that's not much. It's actually me and Ethan Van Sant, Mansant, Boysant. We're always neck and neck on Twitter. Now I'm ahead of him, but he's ahead on YouTube subs. It's not really a competition, but we notice these things because we're all growing together. Like all the channels, everyone's... Because we're active. It's the ones that aren't active that aren't growing, but everyone that's active is growing. So Timmy's channel is growing, everyone's channel is growing. Oh. Someone gets angry with me every time I pull a channel lake because I really never open Toa without finding some channel lakes. So they're about to... I'm waiting, my phone, you'll hear the vibration. Wait. Because they're watching and they're angry right now. I'm waiting. They're probably not messaging on purpose now. Yes. Hey, Joshua. Yeah, it is Rising Tide. Go watch the Tellurian Community College, the professor on talk about Rising Tide. They did message. You didn't hear the buzz because my phones are like a quadrillion notifications. It stopped buzzing. I'm very happy with that short, dude. But let's have a chat since I'm chatting to people and you anyway. How long will that style of video realistically take to make? Like, you'll build up some templates and stuff and it'll speed up, I understand. But actually, how long will it take? And how important is it for, let's say, me to give you timestamps in the stream? Because I think that's a big help thing, right? Is if someone gives you the timestamps, it's going to save a lot of time going through the video. I'm not promising I'll give you timestamps, I'm just curious. Oh dear. Is that a Voltaire? It is a Voltaire. Just realized how quiet it got in here with no music. Why did it disconnect? Oh, that's why my phone's not buzzing. It's because it's connected to my speaker. That makes sense. Wait, we still had your great commentary. Did the stream end or something? Or did it? I'm confused. What happened? Did I disconnect? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Sorry, never mind. It's just that no one was chatting. I thought I lost you guys. Demolished that pack. I remember when I first opened Toa, I couldn't hit a rotten old buckler to save my life, and Toa was still when Toa was still very much. Cold foils are still selling for a lot. Toa is what killed them. It was so easy to. CJ, that's true. That's what I used to do when I would have to edit the pricing in the way Tog just did it. I would scroll the video. You'd see the hit. Timestamps aren't super hard to do. I think you can set up a button where when I want a timestamp, I hit a button in OBS. Blink, thump. Raymond ain't going anywhere. Chattermug, it depends on what you're trying to price. TCG Player is a fairly accurate way to price things. Yeah, that too, Ash. I do actually have a pedal. I used to use it in Rainbow Six Siege to lean. They're obviously made for car games, but they're very good for leaning mechanics in shooting games. Little pro tip for you. Takes a while to get used to using your feet while you play, but it's, you know. Wow. I think I missed a rare. Foil Endless Winter. I did miss a rare. There you are. Thing is, if you're editing 2-3 videos of mine every week, you're probably tuning into the stream. Hey TCG Ted, when you can, and that way you also, like, if you've watched the stream live, I don't think you need to rewatch it again, because you can immediately make the timeline in your head because you experienced it, you know. You remember the big hits, you remember the funny moments, etc. I'll get to go back and watch the whole thing. Also, it seems like he's left the chat. Rude. Probably has a life or something. Fluke, that's the plan. So it's doing it in a bit of a teasy way, like maybe like, no, dude, enjoy your league game. I play League, dude. We can play. I haven't in ages, but a whole bunch of fab people play League. Hey. I just play brand support and just ruffle stomp public queue. That's what I do. What was I gonna say? Sloop. Yes. So in that stream, we hit a cold foil mask of momentum, right? So what you can do is on the big hit is you blank it out and go check out the video, right? So you show all the other hits, and then the really big one you keep for people to watch live or go and see it. Max Mofo. Okay. See, the thing is, I don't consume a lot of my type of content aside from Rudy, who I've been watching for a long time. And you know, his stuff is not edited or anything, but I think to grow my audience, I need the shorter content. Hey man, Elon, I'm opening for my shop now, so lots to open. Yeah, I'll show the grades when it gets graded. It's still public holiday. Tomorrow, still public holiday? Yes. No. Tuesday as well. So in a couple of days I can drop them off. They usually grade them pretty quickly for me. Alright, so I remember the loose box from this case did not have a legendary. I don't remember if it had a good cold foil either, so this box or the next should have something good in it. Should. That's 6 loop. Stop showing off. Why don't you record it next time so people can enjoy it? You should do that on your second channel, is do box openings and ramble the way I do on my only channel. See, you can learn how hard it is to open and talk at the same time, and why sometimes Majestics end up in the wrong pile. It's really fun. Yeah, but when you do Sloop, you know. Also, like your channel's big enough, man. If local store with you, like you, I don't pay for all the product I get. Sometimes I get given product, you know. It's fun. Even Bronson does it every once in a while. It's just still people are listening to you talk, right? It's just, I think there's even, yeah, Mr. Ribbit does need his own channel. Its own channel, their own channel. I don't know how to refer to Mr. Ribbits. Last pack of the second last box. Res foil. Okay. Get rid of some commons. Do I have an empty? I do have an empty box. Yes, Tails was very bold. 3 hero draft set. 2 elements per hero. Unfortunately, I was a very new player. Tails was my first set that I was... I mean, it was COVID. I couldn't go to a pre-release, but I was active in the community for the pre-release, and it's very daunting. I don't think it was a good set at getting new players in. I know a lot of players did join during Tails, but it's not a good set to get people in. Those pre-cons with the fusing and stuff when you're new just made no sense. But I'm still here. And you can't just make every set like WTR. Night, Hank. I did see that you messaged me, Hank. I'll have to check it after the stream. Dynasty did bring a lot of players in, but I don't think that's actually what happened. I think Hasbro brought a lot of players in, you know, single-handedly, without being invited. They just decided to send new players over. Frostlock. I have this like nervous feeling about not hitting anything in this entire case. But this is the last box of the case, so wish me luck. Nervous probably means a caution is just hiding. Yeah, nervous. Crown of Seeds. I should complain way more often than I do. I'm gonna put this over here. See, I was nervous. I was like, where the heck are the hits? And then that's like a rhythm thing. Like, I'm opening hundreds of packs while talking to you, and I'm like, it's been way too long since I stopped to look at a card. Fluke for sure, man. Man Sense like doing really well with his Talishar streams. The things to learn from that is queue the stream up, schedule it like a week in advance so people can see when you're jumping on, and turn the notifications on, and then yeah, jump on and stream. And yeah, why not? Like I do it. I've been jumping on and streaming. The thing is, like, I actually really dislike playing on Talishar. The UI, the speed of it, everything, like it. The only way I enjoy Talishar is if I'm also watching Netflix. That way the time is going. Like, streaming it, I find boring. But you should for sure. Also, I'm not really testing for anything right now or practicing for an event. So, but Talishar.net is the online web-based client you can play Flesh and Blood in. It's good to use if you want to play more, you know, like you see, it's 1 a.m. for me. I could play right now, which I physically couldn't in person. There's no armories. Well, Sloop, it depends on, you should like play serious, and then when you want to play not serious, you play Mr. Ribbits. You play as Mr. Ribbits. I don't know if you'd want to be that character every single time you stream, you know. Exactly, Charter. You play with an entire collection you don't own. Figure out heroes and combos and stuff before. Alright, this was the box. Winter's Whale, Coldfall as well. Boom. Imagine printing a hero that can hit you for 12, dominate, go again, and their next attack is actually a Winter's Whale. Imagine. This was a crazy box. Also a caution minute, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Well, unfortunately, I've opened a boatload of Toa and have 0 New Horizons. 0. Crown of Seeds is great. Happy we hit one. Still have 0 New Horizons. And I have a feeling they might go real sneaky and put Azalea as a elemental ranger in the set, you know? That'll really, really make that hero pop. I don't actually think they'll do it, but yeah. Also, I don't think Azalea needs 2 arsenals. Alright. Fresh case. Might be the last case, we will see. Shadow Ranger. Why Shadow? Play out a Banished? Blood Debt? Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think Shadow... But then really nothing makes sense on Azalea that's elemental or talented, right? Unless it's an assassin ranger, which is one theory I have. Which means there's... Hello, you buy... We've got a couple of cautions for sale. They'll be on the single store when it's live. We hit one not that long ago. In a stream just like this one. Alright. Caution, Channel Lake, Frigid, Altar, Cold Fall, Pulse. We're gonna get all of those in this case and more. Yeah, I don't know, Shadow Ranger feels like it'll be a bit overpowered, but I have a feeling this next set is not a talented set. Or whatever talent it is it's the Pits one, which we haven't figured out yet. Nothing's for sale, Matthew, and definitely not at the price it was at, man. I'm gonna launch the site. When the site launches, we're gonna... Whoops, wrong pile. I'll do a tally of what stock we can put up for for box breaks. I'll do more box breaks, don't worry. But this particular stream is just for me. Yeah, Terra Sunder, huh? Don't you love to see it? I don't know why it says discard 2 cards, as if discarding 1 is not enough. Yeah, Rick, it'll come in the next history pack reprint. Also, remember, Uprising and Dynasty are not... they're Fab 2.0. They will print to demand, so there might be a second wave of that product coming. I don't know anything. Also, I'm pretty sure you still buy Uprising fairly easily, right? So if there's not enough singles, it's because people have stopped opening it, but I'm trying to fix that. I'm planning to buy a whole bunch of Uprising and open it. Double Majestic. Not a good one, but... Right. That's a common problem, Rick. It doesn't have the Fox. It's fine. It's fine. We wanted Channel Lakes. We got Channel Lakes. Fox next time. Next pack even, I mean, sorry. Yeah, what I was saying. Similar problem in Australia. None of the shops have stock. You can buy them in the Facebook groups, but... I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying. Still though, the amount of money I'd have to spend to have every card in the game readily available is absurd. But for the amount I open, I'm going to do my absolute best to get as many cards up as I can. Blink. That's a cold foil suede hides. Yeah, Vinay, there'll be box breaks. No. The whole idea is the box breaks, actually. Like, the box breaks are a good way for us to get a whole bunch of commons because people don't usually want them. It's a good way to get people on the channel. It's a good way to get new players' products. It's just right now I have to pick because I'm not making any money, right? I need to spend the money on the singles for the store. And yes, exactly, Vinay. You'll be able to buy list stuff to us. Like, you'll be able to say, buy that box I bought, because I don't want you to ship everything to me. And you hopefully will make it in a way where you can roughly tell what you would get paid for your stuff. Okay. I mean, one foil channel lake in that box, not bad. Box 2. There we go, Frost Fang, Sting in foil. Well, Vinay, it's especially if we do, like, the goal will be, let's say we're streaming the new set, there'll be 2 or 3 of us doing like the very long streams that'll do 5-6 hours, which will probably get a lot longer when we have the single store. But what you'll be able to do is actually buy cards as I open them. But also, if it's your box, we can buy the card off you because we want to list it, and we'll list it immediately on the website as we go. So Dev was with me the other day in the 3,000 sub stream. Like, he will probably be there when we do like the big streams, and then he can actually go, okay, we hit a Crown of Seeds, I'll put it up for sale. And if it's Vinay's Crown of Seeds, he can actually message you and go, especially if you, like, we don't want to buy everyone's cards. Oh yeah. Voltaire Cold Foil. The good ones. We're hitting the good ones. Yeah, if you're like not happy with the box and you're international, we can refund you your shipping live and buy the contents, and possibly quick enough that if you're watching the stream, you can get that answer straight away. We'll see. I don't want to make like this grandiose idea either. The main thing is we want to list singles and sell them, and try and create a low friction way for new players to get their hands on stuff. That's it. And the reason is I already opened such a huge amount of product, it's silly not to have a single store. Just for the volume that I opened for me, for the channel. Well, there's demand enough. Like, I'm already getting PMs going, hey, do you have this card? Can I buy it? And I have to tell people to wait. How big the demand is, we'll know when we open. But I don't really care, and I'll explain what I mean. If the demand's not huge and we're not making money hand over fist tomorrow when we launch, then it doesn't matter. We will put the prices up, tweak the prices, and there's always more demand when a set launches. Like, nothing's going to change. I'm still going to open 15, 20 cases of the new set, Outsiders. Just now you'll be able to buy the cards that I open instead of me. What I was doing was selling them to other single stores. Now it'll just go. Hey, Fab Chile. I mean, we'll ship everywhere, buddy. I don't know if it'll be economical to Chile, but you can see the pricing and the... We don't have a launch date yet, Vinay. Soon. It's close, I promise. I think we still need this week to get some of the foundation stuff done. Spellblade. Yeah, Chile, with stuff like that, if it's like the whole community, buddy, speak to Hemel Patel in the US. He's got a lot of stock already. But same as me, if you hit me up privately saying you want Duskblade, ugh. Like if you hit me up going, this is what we need, then it's more customized. Like if you're that far away to work out shipping and stuff, we'll work with you, you know. But the website enough should be fine. Devin, it's not going anywhere. I've hit a bit of a roadblock with getting people to actually buy on there, and I think it has to do with the design of the site and the zero social media. So part of my hiring of a YouTube editor is someone hopefully that will do the social media for that as well. Whether it's the same person or not, we will see. But I need a marketing person on that for it to work. I'm good at a lot of things, but I do not have time to run my own marketing for that. Okay, box 3. Does she have any experience with this, Luke? Saha, not Sanaku, if she's still in the chat. She's actually studied the social media stuff and might be willing to help. That's the Majestic. I feel like for YouTube itself is a social media, right, platform. You don't necessarily need to add too much complexity. If you're growing on YouTube, doesn't mean you have to branch out. I want to because I think there's probably a bunch of people that are on the fence about Fab. They consume a lot on TikTok, right? And most of us content creators are not on that platform. Just things like that. And once you make a short form video, you can put it on Snapchat, Twitter, wherever you want. It's just short form. Also, you can monetize it. My double legendary case. Still not a new horizon, but also we've dodged all the shock charmers, so no complaints. Any more ramparts? Yeah, there you go. Devin, enjoy your vacation. The amount of ramparts we've hit. I think this is 5 now in like 7 cases. Double legendary is crazy though, and we're halfway through the case. So it bodes well for a crazy EV case. Yes, Mexico would be nicer than Canada this time of year, I can imagine. Yes, Chowder, that's why I played Tug's video. I've got videos where I've opened like foil terrace on $20,000-$30,000 in one video worth of product. There's the grading the Heart of Findle $20,000 card at PCG. It's like the second most watched video on my channel. That needs to be chopped up into a short with the before and after. Like it's very, the content's there, and it really leans into short form. I just haven't had time. Even the James White interview should be chopped up into shorts and posted. There's some very good tidbits, very good news stuff that people haven't gone and watched the 1 hour, but 1 hour long chat, but you know. Bolton shot. And can we do a triple legendary case? What do we think? Alt Art, Channel Lake, and a caution. Yes? Yes. Let's go. If we hit Alt Art, Channel Lake, Cold Foil Pulse, Cold Foil Winter's Whale or Voltaire, or Caution, like one of the bigger hits, I'll open another case. We'll do that. Sloopy, can I give you some advice? I think if you're worried about like you being better at the game, why don't you just get people to check your scripts? Like if you know someone locally is like a very good Icelander player and you're making an Icelander video, just send them the script and go, hey, do you agree? Is this deck actually good? Am I saying everything right? Because you script it, so just show the script to someone who's like a specialist in what you're trying to say. I mean, yes, play the game. I'm not saying no, but I feel like the wanting to make better content doesn't require you to be a better player. It requires you to be more educated or have access. We do need some more relics, don't we? Actually, what I'm saying is you'll still never be like an expert. Like you can't do YouTube with the volume you do and be an expert at the whole game and everything. Joshua, right now the answer would be no, because I have 0 New Horizons. So I would need to hit a lot for me to sell one, and also it would still be on the single site shortly when it appears magically. Yeah, no, Sloop, for sure, always improve. And at the end of the day, we make the videos because we like the game. Same as me, like, I'm very happy I got to place at play well, Pro Tour calling, cash placements. Like, it's also good notch on the belt, you know? Hey, Calvin. But I'm saying don't pressure yourself that you'd have to be, like... I don't think he needs coaching. I think if it's just, we're talking about video, here's another channel link. Not the one we need. Yeah, I don't think it's coaching to make videos more than you just need get your scripts checked so that you're not saying this card is great when it's not. Research is what I should say. You need more research, more than you need more skill. You can research everything to perfection without knowing everything about a topic. That's what journalists do. They can write extremely well-informed articles about something, but they're not experts at it. They just spoke to experts. They know how to communicate it back to their audience, and they did research, a lot of research. They double-checked and triple-checked and vetted sources, and you know, you get what I'm saying. All right, we're roughly halfway through this last box. Yeah, that's what I mean, Sloop. I think your content's very good, man. Hey, Chris, happy New Year to you too. Congratulations on the patent, bro. I saw Bearish 1-1. They registered and got accepted for a patent on... Hey, I have it here. 1 sec. Check these cool things out. This is my paper pack, 1 of 10, stored in a Bearish case. These have a patent now. Can't wait to see them on the market, man. I also need some because I broke this one, remember? So don't forget to tell me when they're readily available. Sloop Doop is top G, that's for sure. Man, we've hit too many flash freezes. What's going on? Actually, and channel thundersteps. Guys, I don't think Sloop's saying his videos are crap. I think he's insecure. What was it? Was in the context of like we make best, who like have a very high level player, and they have this like live info. You know, I don't think Sloop's ever made a video that had like big glaring mistakes about the heroes he's talking about. I think it's he wants to be able to speak confidently about what he's talking about, which. Let's say it's Dromai, which is his pet deck right now. He wants to be a really, really good, accomplished Dromai player. I understand what you're saying. Yes, Lou, I understand what you're saying. It's so I'll explain. Wow, Code of Frost. Let me give you a good example, Sloop. When I started on YouTube, people were like, "You're a collector, you're an investor. Why don't you make market videos?" The reason I never did a market video was I felt like Louis' content was misguided, and people would probably get bad advice from watching it. Like, he would say things about the market and I disagree strongly, and I'm like, my issue is if I go around saying this is a good card to buy, I could be wrong. So I just don't do it. Have you ever seen me make a market update video? What's trending, what's not trending, what you should buy, what you should hold, like that content would get me a shit ton more views than I get, let me tell you. And yes, I could just preface it and say, this is my opinion, the way Rudy does. Like, I'm not trying to affect the market, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it does affect the market. People do follow your opinion. So I've just never done it. Never done it. Don't plan to do it. I'll sometimes throw in something here and there. Like, I do think the Emperor will go up in price when skirmish season comes around. I do think that, but I don't make it because I don't want to put content out there that eventually a new player watches and goes, or not a new player, like someone with not a lot of money, let's say, spends all their money and then it was bad advice. But I don't even have these conversations with my friends. Yeah, see the fact that you said will, like I believe that too, but if you went and made a video saying it will and then it doesn't, you've misled people. You even have to choose your wording carefully. I think. That's how I think, that's why I don't make the content. Other people make the content and I don't consume it. That's also because I genuinely think most people are idiots, but that's just me. The supreme arrogance of thinking everyone's an idiot. I will open one more case because why not? We're sort of on a roll. I think we've hit some really nice Toa stuff. One more. Yep, one more. I shouldn't, but here we go. Wish me luck. I can feel it. This is going to be the case. It's going to be double legendary and caution. We've hit that case before. I want another one. One sec. Alrighty, here we go. Pack 1. All ramp. We've hit so many ramparts. Alright, well, cold foil pack 1. It's the cheap New Horizon. Look, the game is... Unless you had like inside knowledge of the next 4 or 5 sets and you knew exactly where the game was going, and you had a dev telling you, oh, you should see like what Ranger does 2 sets from now, you have no idea what you're talking about from a future like speculative investment thing. Some things seem... Let me explain. In a chat I had recently with a friend, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? This is why I would be very cautious about what you advise people to buy and sell. You already can imagine that this happens, but I'll confirm to you that it happens. There's groups in Flesh and Blood, people that you would recognize their names. They're in their little groups, and I've been in them and I've left them. Or I've been invited to participate and I've left. Where literally they are jumping on TCG Player and together as a group buying out absolutely dumb shit on TCG Player. Like, it used to be common cold foils for Monarch. If you guys remember, this was something Louis was talking about back in the day when he did Fab content. Like, he bought a whole bunch of common cold foils because he expected them to go up. And they're just buying out dumb shit just to make money. What they're doing is they're pumping up artificially the prices of stuff, making it artificially scarce to trick or to force a whole bunch of buyers to spend big on them when they're not actually worth that. So when you know that that's happening, when there's like little... Yeah, exactly, Sloop, right? People think, especially like I've noticed, no offense to Americans, just hear me out, like I'm not sort of carte blanching Americans, but American capitalism is like everything goes that's legal. A lot of the world's doesn't look at it the same way, like they're not as forgiving with stuff like that, because there is a victim, right? So my point is, if there are people artificially manipulating prices of certain staples in the game, you don't know what they're gonna you don't know what's gonna happen. In your mind, you think surgical extraction might have been short printed, right? So you buy a couple because you're like, oh crap, this is a great investment. But what actually happened was some moron and his friends bought 500 of them, and then next week when their wife wants a new Louis Vuitton bag, they're going to dump them on the market, and your surgical extraction may never recover in price. It goes down to $5 because it's actually not a super powerful card necessarily. And that's it. You've lost all your money on your little surgical extraction thing because there's someone playing silly buggers with the card on the market. You just don't know. That's why you should be very careful on speculatively buying, expecting to make money in a card game. People like Rudy make money, but he makes money like he buys stock at cost from distribution. He stores some of it and he sells a whole bunch of it on Patreon for a profit. He owns an LGS, he owns property, he has cash flow. He's in a position that he very likely can't lose. Like, he's diversified enough, he just can't lose. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Do not think for a second, just because you are making a logical deduction that this card will go up or down or whatever. Sloop, it's the second thing. It's not by one person. I literally, like, look, I'm not going to name and shame because that's something whatever. I've been invited to that shit so many times ever since people were aware of me in the community. They're like, join us, let's put $100,000 in and manipulate the market and make money. I'm like, yeah, but doesn't that hurt players? And they're like, yeah, but you know, it's cold foils. They're for collectors. I'm like, yeah, but it hurts players. Just think about it. You're a new player, new collector, joining the game, and that's your first experience. Was you lose a crap load of money on some Monarch cold foils? Why do you think the game had this stifled growth after Monarch? Yeah, it is a dumb way to make money, because if you were good at it, Sloop, you would just do stocks, wouldn't you? If you were good at it, you would play the stock market. But you're not good at it, so you play a children's card game instead. There, I said it. And that's exactly right, Sloop. You're messing with something that... Well, what do you think? I never invested, Ted, because I fucking have the money. Why would I put it into cardboard? It's so dumb. Yeah. No, Chris, I'm not saying not to, like, listen, go nuts, speculatively invest. I'm saying be aware you're playing in a market that's not regulated. Understand what I'm saying? It's not regulated. No one's getting fined for... Oh, no, Fox. No one's getting fined for... I'm not saying there's insider trading. I'm saying if there was insider trading, no one's getting fined for it. It's not illegal. No one's getting arrested for stock manipulation, right? Which you can get arrested for on the stock market if you artificially, you know. Dio, exactly. You shouldn't. If you care about the health of the game and the economy of the game, you shouldn't do that shit. You should not do that shit. But no, Chris, you should 100%. Part of the fun, I understand. Part of the fun is Sloop buying silver palms. Like, I get that. That's really cool. Do that. I'm saying, please only use your play money. Please only use the money you budgeted for the game. Don't use like money that should be for your kids' college and stuff like that. Herbert, he's still around. He makes Magic content primarily. I don't know if he still comments on Flesh and Blood on the podcast, but he's a... Yeah. The point of a TCG is you play the game. The majority of people will play the game. You have play pieces that might... the value might inflate. They might appreciate in time. If you buy a tunic, hopefully in 3-4 years your tunic hasn't lost money. If anything, maybe it's gained some value, right? That's all part of the fun, I think. Part of the attraction, why we play with cardboard. Like, that's what I see it as. Problem is if you start putting too much stress on any part of that. So if you release a Starvo every set that fucks the game up, it hurts the collectors just as much, right? Balancing issues will hurt the economy as well as the players. Clearly affects the players, but then that'll affect the economy, and it just all goes around and roundabouts. If the collectors are having way too much fun and ruining the market, players will leave the game because they can't get their hands on cards. There's already been an argument against Fab, and I'm not saying don't collect, I'm not saying don't hoard, I'm saying none of that. I'm saying be very careful. Understand that it's still a game. Understand that the market is not regulated and you can lose a lot. Lose a lot. Hey, I own gold foils. I paid $5,000 for a gold foil Rampart that's worth $1,200 now. It happens. I'm still here. Just... yeah, I've made my point. I also just ruined my Majestic pile. Second Channel Lake foil. You're just rich. Newson, I'm only rich because I have friends like you, man. That's why I'm rich. I'm rich in life and love. Also, shouldn't you be sleeping? Ragamuffin, yes! This is a good one to hit. It's like the best in slot wizard legendary hat now. Yeah. I sold Newson a gold foil Shuko for $500. Imagine having a friend like that. Yes, Matthew, look, don't buy packs. It's a good way to lose money. Matthew, it does suck though, because those packs are expensive. You know what's funny is the guy that won the gold foil only bought one. He only bought the one pack, and I think someone had to convince him to buy it. Was it Fluke that convinced him? It was someone. You only borrow money from other people. I mean, that's one way to buy cards. Light it up. Have we hit a legendary yet? No, we have not in this case. No good place to get single. Yeah, I do. Depends on what singles you need, Matthew. Sloop, that's pretty rude to say on this channel, man. I've heard you shit talk box break content before publicly as well. Newson, did that make you get into the game? Like that experience? Matthew, yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if you're being, if you're being funny, but my shop will have singles very soon. But you don't have to wait for that. If you need stuff now, happy to help you find some stuff. All right, last 2 boxes of the stream. Wish me luck. Very nice, Newson. Definitely hitting Shiana in the very first pack of Crew First they ever opened was the main reason I'm still here. Oh, that's sick, Raymond. I've hit an eye with Chris Sires over at Unsealed. Yeah, Matthew, we'll help you out. I'm sure you've signed up to the mailing list, so. Anthony, thank you. Happy New Year. It's already the 2nd of January for me. Yes. The Marvels are easier to get. Again, hit up Alex from Tales of Alex, the YouTube channel, had a bunch for sale. Michael Feng from Cards with Michael. Is that a foil? No. Has a bunch. Hamel Patel has a bunch. Not Newson. Spencer, Magnolia Gaming probably has a bunch. It's easier to figure out which Marvels exactly you want. I mean, Duskblade is everyone's favorite weapon if they're allowed to use it. I would play that on Dorinthia if I was allowed to use it. It's definitely better than Dawnblade. I haven't had the pleasure of playing UPF yet. And I've told some of our local stores that have a more casual community. I don't know why you'd lose your friends in UPF at all, Matthew, because in UPF it's unlikely you'll get counters on it, because you only draw up at the end of your turn, and if people attack you and you have to block, then your turn is a nothing turn, and another foil sting. You have to pass and draw, and you lose all your counters. UPF, how would UPF and Talishok could be fun actually. Playing multiplayer like that online is actually a good idea. Seek and destroy foil as well. Nice. See, I can feel the friction with the cold foil. It's crazy. Mark of Lightning. Towards the end of this third box. Again, the nerves of not hitting a legendary. Not super high, but they're there. Yeah, I don't like webcam games. Make no sense to me. It's such a weird experience, the webcam. Cold foil pulse of Candlehold. Sexy card. 3 to 3.5 US Seagull is what you'd be paying for an alpha box right now. On the stream they were selling for about 4,000 Australian a box. That's the rate I charged. Caution incoming, Ash, I hope so. We have one more box. No legendary yet, so we're still expecting a legendary. This box had 2 cold foils in it so far. But this is the last pack. Okay, last box. Let's see what we can get. Noticed this late in the stream that the camera actually moves a bit with the desk shaking. I know, it's like all these cases we've been opening have the exact same cards in them. It's very weird the amount of ramparts I've hit. No New Horizons, but we've hit Voltaire, Winter's Whale, Rampart, like... Alpha Rampage is a nice card, yes. I remember when alpha boxes were very expensive, yes. I bought a few that were very expensive. Fucking tired. Can't wait for this box to be over. It's 2 AM. 3 hours deep. Guys, if you're here, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want access to the discount code for the single store when we launch it, flukeandbox.shop, and subscribe to the newsletter, make an account. Legendary. Yes! Finally! Now I can go to bed. Holy crap. How many cases is that now? 6, 7 before we hit that? Finally. It's good. It's good that we hit one. This is realize it doesn't actually say it's Elemental Ranger, so that might be... Thing is, it's weird that Ranger has 2 legendary helmets, isn't it? It is a little bit weird. I don't think that's well thought out, design space-wise. Yeah, Josh will take it. It'll be on the shop. You'll have to look out, Joshua. Make sure you sign up to the newsletter. You'll get a discount code and you can immediately try and buy it. Hey, you don't see many new Horizons now that I think of it. I've opened a lot of Toa. But I think it's because I always used to get more excited to see a Rampart. It was more expensive and like a cooler looking card because of the full art treatment they gave the shields. Wow. See, I'm tired. I'm fumbling cards. Now, what are we owed? Caution. We need a Caution and... Man, there's a lot of cards to pull in the last few packs. But we need a Caution and an alt art channel. Foil Awakening is what the gods respond with. Not what we wanted. Dio, that is possible. It is possible. That would be... I think that would be the God pack for Toa. Is a alt art channel lake followed by a Caution. I think that's the most rare pack you can hit. I wonder if anyone's ever hit that. Next one is Caution, huh? I hope you're right. And it's not a Caution. Vinay, good night, dude. See you soon. Lighted up foil. Throw in a relic. Poor Vinay's never going to live that down. If you missed it, I told him we're trying to make the like a chat emoji. That's a relic in Vinay's honor. We'll call it the Vinay. That's not a Caution either. Second last pack. And this is the last pack. Alright. Look, to be honest, this was a great case. If there's nothing in this pack, it's completely fine. It's not the channel lake, and it's not a cold foil. Done. Get me out of here. I gotta put all this away first. Man, so many Majestics. And what did we do? We did 3 legendaries total. Out of not quite 3 cases, so that's not bad. It was 2 cases and 3 boxes total. Is that gonna work? That'll work. No problem, guys. My pleasure. Like I said, I had to open it anyway for stock, so might as well get a video out of it. That's the whole point. All of these things work well together. Chris, thanks for tuning in, dude. Looking forward to... Hey, we should talk about listing your product on my single store, actually, Chris. You should hit me up. Send me some pricing. I need to talk to the Fab Metal Tokens guy as well. It'd be silly not to list those. I use them, they're amazing, so. Alright guys, I'm gonna head off. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.